Hello, everybody, and welcome to Disco Bob Entertainment and more. I hope everybody is awesome and is staying safe out there and being careful. Today's video, before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Disco Bob Entertainment and more. What the video is going to be about today is I'm going to talk about my success as my 30 years of success as being a custodian. Being a custodian, though, I retired recently. So being a custodian at a school. So being a custodian is not the most glamorous job in the world. It's not a job that a lot of people would like. And when I say career, I mean a 30-year career. I got a job in a school, which you get paid by the state. And having a job in a school, I tell you what, it's a great job to have because we have air conditioning in the building. Don't have to work out in the hot heat in the summer. In the winter, you don't have to be out in the cold working. So it was a good job. But my secret to my success working as a custodian all these years was, you come into work. You come into work with, you have to come in with an attitude that I'm here, I got to work, but you make the best of it. You learn to make the best of it. You learn that when you're young. I started when I was 19 as being a substitute custodian and working my way up. But you learn, like I have, I come in and, hey, you got to be there, make the best of it. Because it's, like I tell people to just start, that, I give people advice that just started out. Like we have a guy that just got hired in and he's 27. And I told him, I said, what you need to do when you work, you're going to be there, you're going to marry that job because the job is there. It's there for, like in case, like, I don't know. It's a job that you should keep forever. It's a good paying job. You got health benefits, you got dental, eye, all that. So the main thing I told him to do is you go in, you see about getting a 403B, which is like a 401k. You put money into it. It doesn't matter what you put into it. You can put in $50, you can put in $10, $20, whatever you want. You keep putting that money in there. It's very important because when you get to a 30-year career, after your 30 years, which I'm too young right now to get it out. Since I retired, I'm retired at 50, so I'm too young to get it out until I'm 59 and a half. But it's the supplemental money that helps you out for your retirement. So that's the one main important thing that I had to do, to do it. But I told him at 27, you work 30 years, you could be 57, save money now, and then later on, you'll be in good shape. Do like I did. So that's what I told him. But you got to come into work every day and do your job. Do your job. Come in, and, don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You do your job. The most important focus is you. And you do your job. You do it really well. You gain yourself a reputation like I did, a very good reputation. Get a good rapport with your employees, with the employers. Make sure you gain a good reputation. And that's not so much at work. You have to gain a good reputation when you're out and about and how you present yourself when you're in public and how you act and everything like that. That should matter with everything. and it reflects on you back where you were. Because working at a school, like you see children at work get to go to school there, you are sort of like a role model to kids. Kids look up to you like they did to me. They looked up to me when I was working there. And they looked up to me and they see me, and you have to conduct yourself in a right way to become a good role model for these kids. You don't have to be a teacher. I was just because I was a custodian, but the kids still looked up to me. And you have to keep a good reputation and keep your nose clean and keep yourself out of trouble. And just help out with anything that you can with people. That's important. That's one of my important successes. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you get suspended. You don't want to be in a position where you're warned 3 or 4 times because they could fire you. So, as me, I've never been wrote up. I've never been suspended. I've never got warned 3 or 4 times. So, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I've put 30 years into a custodian career that, I didn't have to, I didn't get in any trouble. And I'm proud of that. And I hold that with a lot of pride. But conducting yourself is so important. Saving your money, putting money back. It doesn't have to be a bunch of money to put back. You put a little bit at a time in. That's important. But that's the things that you have to do. Important things that I did that made me successful in my 30 years as a custodian at a school. So, the way you present yourself and the way you conduct yourself is most important too, like I said, But those are the things that you need to do. But when I came in, I knew I wasn't going to college after I graduated high school. So getting into a situation that I was in was most important because I got hired when I was 21. I was 21 when I got hired. 21. So that meant I could put in some years. I could put my 30 years in and it'd be good. But keep your nose clean. Those are the most important things to do. Ask questions. You have problems with something. Don't even feel like you're bothering somebody. You ask questions. That's how you learn. And I've learned off of guys that I've worked with. I've worked with a couple older guys when I first started as a custodian. And, only being a young guy, I learned off of these guys, learned how to work on plumbing. You watch them. You watch how they learn, how they learn, how they do stuff. You learn. I watched them do all that stuff. So, those are my success story and how my success tips on how I become a successful custodian. Because, like I said, it's important to put in a good career. You got to be in there for the long term. You might as well just sit back and just go with it. Go with it and just be happy and be positive. Those are the things that I can tell a person starting out when they're starting out on a job like mine. And that's any kind of job that you work. It doesn't matter. Any kind of job is going to be tough that you work. But those are the key things that made me successful as a custodian after 30 years. So, and was able to retire at 50. So, be able to have these things you enjoy and stuff like that. So, it's very important. But, yeah. As simple as that. That's all you have to do in life. You have to be able to do these things. So, like I said, whatever things you're starting. But I was kind of lucky. I lucked out because I worked 2 years as a sub. And eventually I did get hired. So, made a big difference. So, I wanted to pass along these tips on how I was successful at my 30 years working as a custodian. My 30-year career as a custodian. So, it's a good, honest job. It's a good, honest job. So nothing wrong with it. So I built a good relationship with all my coworkers. Awesome. So hey, everybody have a good one, and thanks for your time, and thanks for watching Disco Bob Entertainment and more. I appreciate every one of you guys. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for the support.